Some people feel calmer the moment they start cleaning. Others feel drained just by looking at the same mess. What most people don't realize is that these reactions are not opposites. They come from the same place, and it has very little to do with being tidy. When life feels uncertain, the mind looks for something it can finish. Something clear. Something predictable. Organizing becomes one of the fastest ways to create that feeling. Not because the space changes, but because the signal changes. After a long or demanding day, small actions suddenly feel meaningful. Straightening a surface, sorting a drawer, making the bed. These tasks offer closure when everything else feels unfinished. This is not random. The brain responds strongly to completion. Each finished task sends a quiet signal of progress, a reminder that something is under control. At the same time, clutter sends the opposite message. Unfinished, unresolved, still waiting. Even when you are not thinking about it directly, your attention keeps returning there. For people who experience things deeply, this background signal becomes exhausting. The mess does not just exist in the room, it exists in their awareness. That is why organizing is often misunderstood. It is not about perfection or appearances. It is about reducing mental noise. For some people, organizing creates calm. For others, it creates focus. And for many, it creates a sense of safety. There is also another side to it. For some, organizing becomes a form of self-expression. The way a space is arranged reflects how they think and feel. Their environment becomes a quiet language. The process itself can be grounding. Repeating simple movements slows the mind. Sorting, folding, wiping. The body settles even when thoughts remain active. But the deepest layer often appears during decluttering. Letting go of objects can feel unexpectedly emotional, not because of the items themselves, but because each one represents a moment, a role, or a version of yourself. Releasing them is not just practical, it is symbolic. A way of saying, this no longer fits who I am now. That is why clearing space can feel heavy before it feels light. You are not just changing your surroundings, you are updating your inner narrative. Your environment quietly reflects your inner state. A clear space suggests capability. A crowded one suggests overload. Cleaning becomes a way to shift that message, from pressure to clarity, from scattered to steady. In the end, organizing is not about objects. It is about choice. What stays, what goes, and what matters now. Every shelf becomes a reflection of how you want to feel. Calm, clear, intentional. So if you notice yourself feeling better after putting things in order, don't dismiss it. That is self-regulation in a very natural form. A simple, human way of restoring balance. Peace is not something you find. It is something you create, one small action at a time. If this resonated with you, share what organizing does for you, and stay with the channel for more simple explanations of everyday behavior.